Okay, on record now.
Welcome, Jacqueline. You might find that we are not strangers. We are just normal people, loved by Jesus. Okay, all of us have experience with the Lord. We were all, I think, most of us come from Pai Pai, from the same background. And then we encountered the Creator God, and He changed our life, and He blessed us. And then He showed us something. He showed us that in this life, this is only a temporal life, then He showed us that there is eternal life. So that we don't just live until like 100 years old, then we die, then there's no meaning to life. But that He wants us to know that He loves us. And then He gave us passport. So you must get passport. The passport is Jesus Christ. Because what happened is that all of us, we know that we all have sinned. And in heaven, there is no sin. So in order to go to heaven, we have to be like sinless, and which is impossible. And so what happened, Jesus came to take away our sin. He forgave us and take away our sin so that Satan will have no rights to take us to hell. Because there is a place called hell. And so we Chinese, we all know that. We call that 18层地狱, 18层地獄, right? So we all know that. And so Chinese, we prepare for that. That is, when somebody dies, we burn joystick, we burn paper, we burn handphone, we burn Mercedes-Benz, right? So that hopefully in hell, our relative will be okay. But God is trying to tell us that we are not created for hell, we are created for heaven. And so let's get ourselves ready for heaven. All right, we'll talk to you slowly. Okay, no hurry, we'll talk to you. All right, now for the rest of you, you are leaders in our church, and also you handle different departments and all that. In order for our church to grow into the next level or next height, right? Next level of growth, what we need to do is that we need to tidy up some of the things. This cell, what we'll do is that we'll create another cell where everybody can join. All right? We'll create another cell where everybody can join. And then what we are going to do is that the primer cell, this is called, the primer cell will be only for ministry leaders and pastors. All right, so that if you are a ministry leader, then you will come. Because what I like to do is killing 2 birds or 3 birds with 1 stone. Is that during the cell meeting, I also have the ministers meeting, so that you don't have to come out another extra night. You just come. All right, but we will create another cell that is open up to everybody. So we are not rejecting you. We just want you all to be a part of it. But because in the leadership meeting, sometimes we are saying certain things that might be confidential, So I think you can understand that. All right. Okay. All right. You have your paper with you. And I'd like to share a little bit about the accountability between the lead pastor and ministry leaders. So it starts off with my relationship with all of you who are leaders, all right? And so that we have the ground rules, and so that we will be able to move as one body, It's just like when the brain starts to operate, right? It tells the hands to move this way, tell the legs to move that way, then they should respond. So this is the first one that we want to read. Ministry leaders' accountability to the lead pastors refer to the responsibility of a ministry leader to report and answer to their lead pastor for their action, decision, and performance. So you'll find that it's very important that all of you will at least inform me what you are doing. Okay? It's like every ministry will have different activities and all that, which is fine. I do not stop, all right? There is like a rumor going on that pastor is trying to control. No. Pastor is not trying to control. Pastor is just trying to be a father, all right? So like for example, if you are the father of your home and your children want to go somewhere, at least inform you, right? You may not stop where they want to go. They want to go and watch a movie or want to go shopping and so on. It's up to them. But at least they got to tell you that, Mommy, I'm going shopping. Daddy, I'm going shopping. At least I'm going out, you know. Yeah, at least you know where I'm going. So it's the same thing. It's like all ministry, you're going to have your activities, which is good. You must have it, right? And so, like, Brother Kenny is very open, you know, he will tell you, this hiking is here and so on and so forth. And you know, he tried to even entice me to hike, but you know, I'm hiding from his hiking. Yeah, but that is good. That is open, you know, kind of a communication. But what I'm trying to say is that don't, like, after the event, then you tell me. Right? Before the event, it's better like 1 week or 2 weeks before you inform me. All right? And just drop me a note. I don't need a long thing, you know. Just drop me a note. Yeah? And the accountability is a crucial aspect of any church, as it ensures the ministry leaders are performing their ministry duties in accordance with the expectation of their lead pastors and the church organization. And you know that one thing about our church, ever since you arrived here, is called standard. Our standard is that E word called excellent. Right? Pastor Dian should know that, right? Yeah. Pastor Dian is the floor manager now, right? Yeah. So when you see somebody dancing, it's not Brother Kenny, it's Pastor Dian. He take the floor. Yeah. A floor manager is practically in charge of actually the whole event. Means that when the service starts, all right, even before the service starts, from the usher all the way to the activities in, in the church. I mean, in the sanctuary, yeah, from the sound to everything, and he has full authority to pull the plug. If something goes wrong, he pull the plug. And then if there's a fire, if he say run, please run. Okay? Don't say why. Say,
why? Tell me why.
Yeah. And don't take the mic and say why you tell me why. Then you know, run. So he has a certain signal he will give to me. Let's say I'm up there, you know, and I preach, and then he say run. I will be the first to run. Okay? And then those ushers and all that, they will know all your escape road and exit and so on. So Pastor Dian might have to brief them again, yeah? So I want each one of you to know your job that you are doing, okay? All right, so let's start with Pastor Shavi, right? Pastor Shavi, what's your portfolio?
Sound media.
Sound media.
And for now, worship team as well.
And plus worship, right? Because at one point was Pastor Gilbert, remember, in charge of it. Pastor Gilbert and Sister Brenda, they are on leave for time being, right? So they say that they need like 4 months off, and so they should be coming back soon, yeah? All right, so now Pastor Shavi is taking over until such time that they are back, okay? But all the leaders, you should know that. If not, then you can ask us, and then you will know. All right, then Pastor Karen, what do you do?
Everything.
I know what you do.
I facilitate Faith Power Night.
Yeah, Faith Power Night. I'm saying this so that it's going to this. Yeah.
I facilitate Faith Power Night.
Yeah, Pastor Karen facilitate Faith Power Night.
I'm the head of cyber ministry.
Yeah, she is the head of cyber ministry.
Head of hybrid ministry.
Head of hybrid ministry.
Bible classes administrator.
Bible classes, you know, those pneumatology and all that, administrator. Yeah. Okay. And what else? backup singer also.
backup singer.
This is called Pao Saw Pao Hai. Yeah, Pao Ka Liao. Yeah. Okay, so we have, you know what Pastor Karen is doing, right? But formerly she was in charge also of F&B, right? And then this time hand over to Brother Kenny. So Brother Kenny, what do you do now?
Okay. I take care of F&B, food and beverage. So
Yeah.
normally I'm the food taster.
Okay, let me tell the video audience. Brother Kenny take care of F&B and also food taster.
Got better.
So if anyone brings food, like Sister Selena, she brings the tom soy dessert, or Brother Patrick brings some cake or whatever, then I'll be one to taste it. Test first, quality control of it.
So which means that any members will bring any food, Brother Kenny will have to pass to him. If he fall down and disappear, then you know that food no good. Alright. So he tastes all the food. Okay. And then what else do you do?
Besides part-time ushering.
Part-time ushering. Okay.
Then I think right now one of the startup and a very active ministry is our outdoor community.
So Brother Kenny is in charge of this outdoor. It is called Faith Line.
Faith Line Outdoor
Community.
So
FOC.
Yeah, it's FOC. So join FOC.
Free of charge.
So actually, Faith Line Outdoor Community, we don't only go for trekking, but we also go for camping, as in sleeping in the tent. So we go for camping, we go for trekking, we go for outing as well. Like previously, we had one Kuala Selangor trip. So just a day trip, we go for outing, things like that.
So let me say to the audience here. Alright, so Brother Kenny in charge of this FOC, right, Faith Line Outing Community, which this outdoor. So you are doing trekking, but also doing camping, and you also go to different places for outing, for makan. Yeah, the last trip we went with you,
Makan Spring.
okay, and then also what else? Fishing. Can also fishing also can. Then how about marketing? Bring the wife out to go and buy things. No.
Actually, I can also facilitate survival skills and also like those knocks and dashing, gadget making, and all those kind of things.
Okay, Brother Kenny can facilitate survival skill training and all that, right? So he take you to the cliff and throw you down, so whether you survive or not, it's based on our prayer. Pastor Dian, you go there and speak in tongue. Yeah. And then we are coming up, Brother Kenny and the team, they are coming up with Facebook, Facebook, and so that we are getting people from outside to join this outing, Okay, that's very good. All right, and then let's see, Pastor Pang, what do you do? Pastor Pang is a Chinese pastor. He looks very Chinese to me, so yeah, he's Chinese pastor. Yeah, he's Chinese pastor. Okay, then?
Sure.
Huh?
In charge of funerals.
Oh, Chinese pastor. I thought Chinese pastor having a funeral. So that is a little bit tough. We need to resurrect him. No, he is also in charge of funeral. All right, so that if anything happen, all right, you can ask him. Okay, before you go, please call him. Yeah. Say, I'm going now. Can you please prepare? All right. So, but
after you die, you contact me.
Okay, I want you to know something. Just now, I forgot to inform you that Pastor Dian and Pastor Pastor Abraham. They are in the senior pastor's office. All right. So the four of us actually, Pastor Grace and I also with the two other pastors. So the senior pastor's office, basically, we are where the buck stop here. Okay. And I chair that office. So the buck stop here. Right? But they are very, very, very cordial and very friendly, supportive. You know, they never argue with me, and so that's great. Praise God. All right. Any more thing, Pastor Abraham? Are you finding your Sarah soon or something? Yeah.
For 3 years I've been hearing that. This building here.
Since you are in Chinese ministry, Sister Rose, what do you do?
So, helping Pastor Abraham to take care of the Chinese ministry, and I'm in charge of praise and worship team.
Yeah, let me explain to the group. Sister Rose Ruth. Your Rose or Ruth?
Rose.
Yeah. Rose. Okay. Sister Rose is helping Pastor Abraham. Just now you almost called him Pastor Albert, right? Yeah, because his former name was Pastor Albert. Next month maybe you will change name. so never mind. So like you change name also. Yeah, okay. Then you are also in charge of the praise and worship in the Chinese service. And do you get involved in the counseling and so on? Do you? No? Alpha. So she's Alpha is held at your home. So you are like the facilitator of Alpha. Okay? So Jacqueline, you may not know what Alpha is. One day we'll invite you to Alpha. Yeah? Alpha is fun because Brother Kenny came to Alpha, right? Yeah, and he got saved through Alpha, I think. Yeah, he got saved through Alpha or resaved. Resaved. Okay. All right. Who else in the Chinese ministry? Since we are in the Chinese ministry, yeah. No. Sister Phyllis, you are not in the Chinese ministry. You are in the interpretation ministry, right?
She's English.
You are in the English service, but interpreting. Okay, great. Tell us. What do you do?
What I do? I help out with the Chinese Kingdom people.
So you facilitate that one.
Yeah.
The Chinese Kingdom People's Book. This is a discipleship group, yeah? Every Sunday, yeah? Okay? And what else do you do?
Occasionally in translation during combined service.
In combined service, Sister Phyllis, normally you'll be the one to interpret simultaneous interpretation. Can you do it directly on stage now? When I preach, then you can, huh? Oh, I think that would be exciting. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. And what else do you do? Oh.
She's now in worship team.
Yes.
She-
She's now back
She's
up.
now in worship team.
Oh, you are doing backup, huh?
Yeah, now she's in.
Right. Now you're in, but you haven't tried yet, is it?
She will be up soon.
Is it this Sunday or another one?
No.
Okay, you are being scheduled. Before Christ come back, you will have a chance.
Actually, the Kingdom People Book is not going to be just the Chinese. It's going to be the whole church soon.
Okay. Oh, you are also doing the English one?
Soon.
Oh, soon. Okay. All right. Who else did I miss out? Brother Joseph. You are with the Zoom ministry, online ministry, right? Yeah.
And also the Kingsman devotion, the daily devotion.
I can't hear you.
The Kingsman daily devotion. Huddle.
Oh, the huddle. Yes. Very faithfully every day. You put up the Bible reading every day. Yeah.
Around 12 a.m. plus.
Yeah.
To wake you up.
2 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I can tell you who is always the first, Brother Thomas. It's always like 5 a.m. he's already there. Yeah. So those of you who want to be in the huddle, you can join us also. And this is mainly for guys, right? None of the ladies. So all the ladies, sorry, just for the guys. Any guy not in the huddle, but I think you're all in, right? Yeah. Jasper, I haven't seen you mark your name very often.
I do it on the website.
Oh, you do on the website?
Yeah, and YouTube.
Yeah. So please mark your name, so that will make Brother Joseph very happy. You work so hard that at least somebody is.
At least somebody is following.
Yeah. Okay. Did I miss out anybody here? Brother Pang, what do you do? Brother Pang, why you wrap your head like that? Why? What is the purpose?
Oh, I mean, I wrap my hand just cool.
Yeah, I mean, saw that in a movie. You know the hero. You want to kill somebody, you like it.
Anyways, I'm the extended hand for any pastors that need any help.
Okay, Brother Pang is a full-time staff in our church, all right? And so he is actually involved in media ministry. And can you tell me more what you do in the media ministry? Sound.
Make sure everyone can hear me.
Yeah, you make sure everyone got a sound mind. All right? Yeah. And what else? And anything that you want done, that he will do. All right? Yeah. Okay. Very humble man. So, not married yet. So. Okay. What else did I miss out?
He has an English name, Wilson, right?
Vincent.
Vincent.
What?
Vincent.
Winston. Oh, Winston. Do we need to call him Winston?
Will be very nice. It's just nice.
Application BP,
One is Abraham Pang, one is Winston Pang.
Pang is fine.
Okay.
Can call him double pang. Pang pang.
Pang Pang.
Pang is fine as well.
Pang Pang in Chinese means very fat. Pang Pang, huh? All right. Okay.
It's a Hokkien Pang.
Okay, Pang. Yeah, I miss out.
Yes, Sister Sophia.
Sister Sophia, what do you do?
Happy Timers.
Well, I'm the Happy Timers.
Yeah.
Just
Co-leading with Sister Corinne.
Oh, Happy Timers, a co-leader with Sister Corinne in Happy Timer.
I do the Kingdom Book. Yeah.
And you are teaching also the Kingdom People's Book. Yeah, okay, good. And then what else do you do?
I just do calling, encouraging those I know them. That's my
The public relation of our church.
The greeters.
Huh?
Greeters.
Oh, you are the greeters. You greet people. Then you just greeted Jacqueline, huh? Right? Is she pass up? Friendly. Pass up. Yeah, if not pass, we fire.
Retraining.
just like share, if there's a need, just
Okay, good. Sister Annie.
Okay, and the Happy Timers.
Yes, I can see you're very happy.
Also, now after the Kingdom People, okay, started a few weeks ago.
Okay, so Sister Annie is in the Happy Timers and now also facilitating the Kingdom People's Book. This is very important. Huh? And also greeters.
Because
Yeah,
supposed to welcome the newcomers.
yeah. And also supplier of durian to pastors.
Yeah.
Especially senior pastor. All right, wonderful. Who else I miss out?
Over here, Jamie.
Yeah.
Jamie first.
Sister Jamie. Wow, this is very important task. we leave the
The whole church will get hungry.
yeah, we still got Lynn, right? We still got
Yeah,
Lynn.
Jamie,
Ah,
we are from this side of
yeah, Sister Jamie, yeah. Definitely F&B. You always get food for us. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And what else?
Administrator of the Kingdom People Book.
Administrator of the Kingdom People Book, and what else? Nothing?
And then the ladies.
And supporter of the open worship. You never say in charge of open worship. Forgot. Because I told you, you bao sao bao hai. Someone just bao sao hai also gone already. Very faithful. Every week is just praise God. So all of you got to come for open worship, please. Right, it's open, so everybody can come. Not closed, open. Pastor Dian also lah. Pastor Dian always there. When Pastor Karen not around, Pastor Dian is the one who is always start the engine, and everybody come. All right, Lynn, what do you do? Hey, Jasper, I didn't ask you. Oh, I thought I know you so well until I didn't ask you. Okay, Jasper and Lynn, what do you do?
Website developer / admin.
Website developer, yeah.
/ admin. And I'm the UI designer.
You are the what?
UI designer.
What is called UI?
User interface.
Oh, user interface. Sorry, uncle don't know what is UI. I thought it's some kind of a disease or something. Remember the UTI thing? UTI. Anything else? And you also cook for Lynn. You are part-time chef for Lynn, is it? I can tell you, he is the one who look after the senior pastor. I mean, after the service, this man will be the one to get food for me, to get coffee, also for Pastor Grace. Yeah.
For me also.
So you know what Pastor Grace does, right? Pastor Grace also like house of our high. Anything that I don't want to do, she will do. Right? Pastor Grace is actually the pastor of operation. So the church operation, everything comes under her. Right? And then, of course, we let you all have a free hand to do what you want to do. But we need you to more of you to rise up to take off some of the load that we are having. Okay? All right. So did I miss out anybody? Nobody, yeah? Okay, good. All right. Okay. All right, let's go back to this one. In most church organizations, this is number 3, right? The ministry leaders are held accountable to their lead pastors through various mechanisms as performance evaluation. I have not done this with you, right? Performance evaluation is that actually after every year that we have to find out how your ministry fared, whether you are achieving the objective that you have planned. For example, in the Chinese ministry, right? We use a system called the force field analysis. And I'm going to teach you how to do that. And some of you already know how. So that you analyze and then you find out your strength and you find out your weaknesses. And then you make your own adjustment. And so, for example, even in our church, the English church also, we have to do that. Like last 1 year and this year, we have not been meeting our goal. The target has not been met. And so we have to find out why. Okay? And so all these are the performance evaluation, progress reports, and also regular meetings. Now, the progress reports, all ministries should hand to me a report after your meeting. But I think some of you already have it, right? Like the Chinese ministry, you have how many? There's a form that you fill, right? The offering, how many people turn up, and all that. Right? Pastor Kang was the one who did that. Pastor Kang. Yeah. But if you want to send me your report, most probably will be more like the spiritual side. Okay?
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
A very quick one.
No, I want to record. Let's see.
Alright, because our church belongs to Foursquare, so every year Foursquare requires us to send a spiritual report. So we do need to keep track of salvation, healing, and also any church planting. So what we're going to do now is that, because prior to this, we received reports directly from the pastors and also from our altar ministry. So those records we keep. But from now on, what we are planning to do is we are going to start a Google form that is easy. So every time, whenever that there are salvation, in an alpha, because Chinese service is moving very fast and it is a very good momentum right now. So whenever there are salvations coming in and healing coming in as well, then you can just key it into the Google form, which is in English. Because saya tak boleh baca Chinese. so we will have the form up and then we are going to have it in English so that at the year end, because now it's already June, so by December we need to submit a report to Foursquare. So we can at least have a track from that. So those that are before June, if you have the reports, then you can key in. But if you don't have, we will retrieve from the reports that the messages that we received all along. All right, thank you.
Okay, thanks. Right, so what we are going to do is to show you all how to fill in your form, and if you have any question, you can ask Pastor Grace. Okay? Yeah. All right, let's go to the next one. Is that the purpose of this mechanism is to ensure ministry leaders are meeting their goals and objectives. We always have goals, we always have objectives, and they are working towards the overall church growth and the fulfillment of the Great Commission. So our purpose is to make sure that souls get saved. It's not just to get transfer grow people from other churches, but that we want souls to be saved. Now we have no problem when people come from other places when they want to be trained in the two-hand punch. I think you know what's the two-hand punch, right? Which means the power and authority, one hand, and then the preaching of the gospel, the next hand. Okay, and then additionally, ministry leaders' accountability to the lead pastor also help to promote transparency and open communication within the church. So any question, anything that during meeting like this you can ask, okay, and then nobody is being ostracized or being marked. Our desire is that all of us work together, cooperate, and then with one spirit, one mind, and with the love of the Lord, and so there shouldn't be any competition, like hostility, and then my ministry against your ministry. That shouldn't happen in the church. So it's just like your two hands. If the left hand start to fight with the right hand, the right hand start to fight with left hand, that is this body is messed up. Yeah, okay, and then. All right, where was I? Let me see. Additionally, right, ministry leaders' accountability to a lead pastor to also have to promote transparency and open communication within the church. When ministry leaders know that they are accountable for their action and decision, they are more likely to be honest and upfront with their lead pastors about any challenges or issues that they may be facing. And this can help to prevent small problems from turning into larger ones that could potentially harm the church as a whole. Communication is so important, and that's why when we have a meeting like this, the leaders should meet quite regularly. And nowadays it's good that we can talk to each other on Zoom, and also we can talk to each other through WhatsApp and whatever that we can talk to each other. Yeah. But we need to talk. We need to talk to each other because last time we had a misunderstanding, and then it just I think during that time, Pastor Karen, remember the returning of the cups by somebody, right?
Church camp.
It was a church camp and returning of the cups, the children camp, just returning of the cups. And then one pastor who is no longer here, and she said something like, if the cups, they are broken, then you have to pay for it.
No, if they are lost.
Or they are lost.
Short.
Yeah. Yes. Did I get the story right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then the other sister was offended. It was because he said that I am so faithful in the church and I help in the church, and I give so much to the church. And just for a few cups, you want to make me pay or something like that. But it was totally a misunderstanding. It's just that pastor just happened to say something. But so then it became something really, really big. But this one we have to have a lot of graciousness. Am I correct with the story? You are not agree? Correct or not? Tell me if it's not. Yeah. Correct? Yeah.
Graciousness.
Something like that. Huh? Okay. But there are many things that people can get offended. Like at one time I was very upset with Sister Rose, right? On the phone I scolded her. But she came and she loved me. You see, because this is called what? This is called graciousness. This is called agape love. Unconditional. Yeah. And maturity. And she said, no, this scold me lah, beat me some more. That's the Chinese song, huh? So I'm going to scold every one of you, okay? Because I love you. Alright, huh? Your turn coming. Okay. Alright. So make sure that, any big problem, try to understand it first, and then don't jump into conclusion, and then find out the reason why people do certain things. People have reason to do certain things, all right? And then sometimes, for example, I at one time I went up there to pull the blood. Remember, I told Sister Karen Pang and Brother Isaac to stop using the what is it called,
The backtracking.
The backtracking, because it's not. In the Zoom, nobody could hear them, right? So, being the senior pastor, I knew my authority. Now, if you get upset with me, that's your problem. But my authority is that the people that we are serving, not you, right? The people that we are serving, very important. Remember? The people that we serve. So, like for example, if let's say, down here, if the mic is no good, and the person in charge of mic is sensitive, you say no good, then he feel like very angry. I don't care, because that means that you are not mature. If it's objectively no good, that people can't hear the sound, I will say change the mic. But nobody get offended because of that. If you get offended, then you haven't grown spiritually yet. You see what I mean? There's no this graciousness and agape. So sometimes the test is by me coming to scold you a little bit. I see your face color. Right? Like Pastor Abraham, I scolded him so many times. Then he said, thank you very much. He scolded some more. You see, I scolded him, his hair all dropped already. But you see, please. Pastor Dian, I scold quietly.
That's why the hair also drop quietly.
Quietly drop. One day you come, all the men got no hair. Only pastor got hair. No hair.
Who's the most scolding?
Wow.
The more he scold, the more his hair grows. That's why you see more.
Actually, it's growing white already, growing white. Yeah.
It's a reverse action.
That's why you go later in the Quran.
Alright, next point is say that it is important to note that while ministry leaders' accountability to a lead pastor is essential in the church, it should not be used as a tool for micromanagement or excessive control. So I want you to know is that you have freedom to do whatever the Lord needs you to do. But before you do it, just inform me. Okay? But if you lead somebody to a wrong church, you lead somebody to a extreme kind of a church or a meeting, I will stop you. I will definitely stop you. Okay? Because my job is what? My job is to protect the flock. Okay? So don't get upset if I say no. And please listen, some of you cannot listen. I say no, you still go. Alright? So somebody is laughing. Alright. Okay. Lead pastors should provide their ministry leaders with clear expectation and guideline for their work. It should not be used as a tool, and also allow them the autonomy to make decisions and take ownership of their ministry. And this is what I like about each ministry. And you find that you actually take charge. And like Brother Kenny, he took charge and tasted all the food. So that was not in his job description, but he added that in.
I walked the extra mile.
Scriptural cupbearer.
I walked the extra mile.
No, then you add service. Then you add service.
But one thing I noticed about our church is this way, is that there is always a give and take, give and take, and also a lot of love. And especially you forgive me a lot, because this pastor is crazy. So sometimes I scold you, sometimes I laugh with you, right? But I can tell you one thing is that I do love all of you, and I really care. I want you to grow spiritually, and I want you to be strong. Right? But whatever that you do for the Lord, make sure that you are responsible. Okay, you are not doing it for me, you are doing it for the Lord. And so, same thing. I'm giving my very best. You can tell when I do a sermon, I can spend hours producing slides and all that to make sure that it's tip top. All right? Yeah. So that anything that we present for people will be the very best on behalf of the Lord. Okay. All right. Then the next one, in conclusion, ministry leaders' accountability to a lead pastor is a critical aspect of any hierarchical organization, as it promotes transparency, open communication, and ensure that ministry leaders are working towards the overall growth of the church and the fulfillment of the Great Commission. So this is, in the church structure, our church structure is apostolic, in the sense that you will have a senior pastor's office, and so these we four will be the people who take care of the day-to-day thing, and then there will be a church board. There's a church board now. Members of the church board, raise your hand. Are you a member of the church board? Who are the members of the church board? I also. Yeah. Because all these are very bored. So they want to raise their hand. Bored. Yeah. The church board are the people. Yeah, some of them are not here. Brother Alan has to drive his son back. Pastor Kang has a business meeting to attend to. I don't know what happened to Pastor Tommy. If Fong Fei Kei, I'm going to find him. No, he's not in the board, but I mean that he didn't come. Yeah,
He's in Malacca.
oh, he's in Malacca. Oh,
Station.
okay. Oh, he did. Okay. It's my fault. Okay.
The board consists of the other two persons who are not here as well, with Pastor Kang, because Pastor Kang had to go for a meeting, last minute meeting, and then Sister Karen Pang, who happened to be on sabbatical leave at the moment now.
And Brother Alan. Okay.
Then one more is Sister Mipei, because she's in the traveling period right now, so she will be around on Father's Day as well.
Okay, Pastor Kang, right, is the vice chairman of the board. Yeah, I'm the chairman, so Pastor Kang is the vice chairman, and then the secretary is Pastor Karen, and the treasurer is Sister Mipei. All right, so we have a board, and that we meet like once every 3 months. Board basically set policies. Okay, so Brother Kenny also is in the board, right? Are you bored yet? we can get you to taste all the food from the board. Yeah.
He's bored of tasting food.
Yeah. So what we are saying is that to let you know that our church also has what we call the external audit, so that all the money all the transactions being audited. There is no requirement for us, but we put that in, so that is to protect the board, protect us pastors, protect everybody involved with the money. Because it's like this, because in one church, for example, every month they receive something like 100,000, right? Yeah. Then 1 month it dropped to 50,000. Then everybody said, you don't take 10,000, then take 10,000. They point to the leadership that most probably you have siphoned off the money. Can you see? But they just talk among themselves. So it became a rumor. And then that, there's no integrity, the financial thing is not clean and all that. You see? So what we're going to do is from the very start, we have this external audit. No one can say anything. And the auditor is fantastic. He really drilled us. He said, what do you pay this for? What is this for? What is that for? Okay? So that is good.
And we also have one more pastor, Pastor Elaine.
And we also have one more pastor, Pastor Elaine. Pastor Elaine takes care of the ladies' fellowship. So Pastor Elaine takes care of the ladies' fellowship, and she is also in her long stint of holiday that begins tonight. So she's away. Yeah, but the ladies' fellowship, 2 of them are coming to be baptized this coming next Saturday. Yeah, this coming baptism. 2 of them are signing up for water baptism, and they are our long-time Sister Vicky and Sister Susan Chow. Finally, praise the Lord.
Yeah. Okay, you see what happened here. Like Sister Elaine, Pastor Elaine, when she first came to us, right, she was already ministering to this bunch of ladies. She had her own ministry. So she wanted our church to cover her ministry. And so we included her as one of our pastors. And then she came and she worshiped with us and became part of us. All right. So since the very beginning, before the church got started, we had a meeting with her. And then she said that she will bring the ladies into the church. And that's why some of them came to our church. But we continue to let her have the free hand so that she can, as the Lord leads her, she will do whatever is best. Okay?
But having said that as well, because after the pandemic, during the 2.5 years of lockdown, one thing that happened was that the ladies who came with Pastor Elaine initially, they have left also. So those who stayed back with Pastor Elaine are those who came to Faithline and they stayed faithfully. Although I don't know how Pastor Elaine managed to communicate with them, for the 2.5 years without Zoom. They only started Zoom like last year or the year before already. So while the Happy Timers started Zoom from day 1, right? They started only like after 2 years. And so it proved that WhatsApp call works, Facebook calls work, so she was using all these things because they don't want to learn Zoom. But it works. It works. So the whole idea is that, whichever way that the pastor is ministering, communicating, and holding the flock together, it just works. Yeah.
All right. Let's open up for questions. Anything you want to ask? You're not clear. Brother Joseph, you have any question? No? No? You don't want to buy me beef to eat? Brother Kenny, any question? You don't want to taste more food? Is the payment to the vendor okay? Okay, all right. Sister Annie? No question? You just arrange for the durian to come? No question? There you go, durian. Thank you. We thank you up front. I just need 2 biji only. Yeah. Sister Phyllis, you have any question? Are you happy to be backup singer?
I just obey what the Lord did. I did share with Pastor Sherway if it's not the God's will, I will just
Obey. Okay, good. As long as you are obedient, is good.
yes.
Sister Sophia, any question?
I just think how to bring more people to do this.
That's
and
good.
US.
Yeah. Good. We are also thinking of planting churches, okay? Planting churches, some of you pastors have to go to these churches to be preaching. And also mission. We are going to activate mission, like I told you about Laos, okay? One young man from Laos most probably will come to Malaysia to study and to get to go to the 3 months Tungling training. But because he cannot come for the full 3 months, right? They only allow like 1 month. So 2 months he will be going to Zoom. 2 months he will be going to Zoom. Then the 3rd month he will come, and then he will be in our church, and then he will be, he's a drummer. Okay? Maybe you can test him up, see if he can really drum. He's not sure yet, so we arrange. Yeah. But he is also a musician, guitarist, and all that. But these young people, your age, 21. 20 or 21, yeah. But you know what happened is that they got saved, and then they learned English, and this young man, the English is quite good, really good. And then now what we have to do is we have to give him a platform. So we have to raise money so that when he comes, the air ticket is not cheap. Right? The air ticket is how much per person? 1,000.
That's because we bought that 1 month before.
So the air ticket is like the last trip that we went.
2,000. Ours was 2,000.
Yeah, each.
Last
Each.
week.
Each.
Ours is like 1 month before.
Still high.
Yeah. And then we also had to give him lodging and food. So if you have a spare room, you let me know. But not the food that you taste, but you not the spare food. must give him some good food. Yeah, so that our brother, when he comes here, he will have we know what Christian love is all about. And then he can go back to Laos, and he got a call to be a pastor. That's right. Okay. So when he comes, you have to take care of him, right? Yeah.
And teach him how to cook nice food.
And of course, we are always open to mission in other countries, and then especially the country that I really love to go back to will be the Philippines. Yeah, I spent 3 years there, and so I really love that. And I want to reconnect with some of the pastors there, and also be able to bring those pastors to our place here for training, or we can go there and train. So those of you, you are a trainer, you have to go there and train. Yeah.
And also, I think those who have been with us for a while, you know that we have been supporting Foursquare churches in Indonesia. So also when the pastor had difficulties, he passed away that time, the head of Foursquare, we also gave him money to support the family and the ministry there. So the recent report that we received from them is that the church over there had multiplied. So they are actually very busy right now planting churches. So Pastor Penny's church has gone to the villages. So he's planting 2 or 3 more. So they are extremely busy at the moment. So which means good. There are souls being won for the kingdom of God. So remember that, because the money that came in from Faith Line during the time when they needed that time was really used for the good purpose of the Lord. So that is really a wonderful report.
Yeah. You remember there's one pastor who was interpreting for us. His name is Pastor Song Boon, and he had this back pain. He had from Laos, and he had to go for injection. But that day when we commanded healing, he's totally healed now.
Hallelujah.
But his ministry we also want to sponsor, so that because he is establishing the churches there, and they actually established the church in Mekong River, means that on the Laotian side and on the Thai side. Because on the Thai side there are the Laotian over there. And so the Laotian, the government is quite strict, and so they have to do all this like almost like underground. Yeah? So we have to pray for them, and then we have to back them up. And then some of you, when we don't go on mission trip, then we go and visit them. So all these are in the pipeline, but which means that we need to get more people to come, and then get more funding to be able to bless all these people. And the question stopped at Sister Sophia, right? Yeah. Jacqueline, you got any question for us? No? You want to ask how old I am?
25.
25. I'm 25 years old.
Forever. Forever 21.
这年年25
1 year.
Yeah. But you are welcome to our church, okay? You can see that we joke like that. Don't stay home all by yourself. Just come and mix with us. Then, you'll be very happy. You find something to do, you find somebody to bless, then God will also bless you. Then you come to know Him, and He really love you. And this God is a good God. I tell you, He's a fantastic God. Yeah. Last time I used to pray to Kun Yam and Guan Gong and whatever. But this one is different. Okay? Sister Jamie, any question? No question? No? Sister Rose?
Remember our Chinese, we can form our new team in the Senate.
Form what?
Chinese team. We have a core team now.
You have a core team now, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But we haven't put the position like this. The ministry.
All the different
Position.
You mean the
positions.
organizational structure?
Okay. In fact, I talked to Pastor Abraham just now, and Pastor Abraham, can you arrange for this Sunday that
This Sunday, we are having a very quick briefing on water baptism after.
okay. Then maybe the following Sunday, okay? The following Sunday.
We are having rehearsal for Father's
Yeah.
Day.
Because I had another meeting, but arrange for Pastor Abraham, right? And I'll send you the list of people. There will be a group of people that I'd like to meet from the Chinese church, okay? And that will be. All right, Jasper. Any sushi?
Any other questions, Sister Rose? Besides the
Or
organizational
you have any
structure?
more questions?
How do you work it out?
You make that kueh very nice, that one.
Okay.
Every time
And
you
you
make,
happen to make the food that he likes. He loves that one a lot.
what is that kueh called?
Ketayak.
Kuih ketayak.
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 Like Chinese name like
Ketayak.
Ketayak.
Chinese name and then Ketayak.
Ketayak. Every time you make ketayak, remember Abraham.
Okay.
Remember me.
Come to our alpha.
We are going to have the English one also. The English Abba. Yes. My spiritual son.
I just thought of something when you said you're 25-year-old. It's a song from last week. It's like, forever you will be
25 years old.
Foreign time always stands still.
Next time is make a dance, so Pastor will remember the song also.
Nobody but you.
Why? Tell me why you always 25?
Yeah, why you tell me why? Hey, Pastor Dian also 25. No, he's 24. 23.
24.
He's younger than I.
24.
He's my younger brother, 24.
Not born, I'm not born. Finish. That's it.
You will never be. Never born.
Basically.
Any question, Jasper?
I guess my question is now would be like around about the website.
Oh, website.
That's all. We can talk about it later.
Okay, we will talk about the website. Yeah.
That's
Okay. very good. Yeah. You've done a good job on the other website.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
I thought our Chinese Joshua, now the sitting is a bit crowded.
Praise God.
What's that? Oh, too crowded.
Now growing, right?
Yeah. You want to come up here? You want to use this place?
I don't know how to pray about it.
No, if you are crowded, right? You are crowded, right? We can look at the first or the second floor. Yeah, they have a space that is much bigger.
We can also look at having those services on Sunday. So we can look into that. Some options. So another location.
But it's more convenient at the same time.
Okay. But when you need that space, we will look for it. God will give us a space. Yeah.
Because
One thing-
I say 50.
Oh, if you are larger than the English church, we will go to the small one and we will come to the big one.
That's what I said.
Last Sunday we had a meeting. We talked about it.
That one is for sure.
Because the English service not doing work, so
That one is for sure.
put them in a small place.
Loud.
But English will grow also, don't worry.
No, I believe the English church will grow. So
Yeah.
it's just a matter of time. Yeah, the momentum has been built up already. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I understand that now if it need be, we might even rent another place so that you can meet just nearby and then you can meet there. Previously, our church back home, right, we grew very fast. In 6 years, right, we grew to 2,000. So where we pack the people? Different places. Yeah. Our children church is in another hotel.
And also because the Chinese church is growing, right? So
We have also been discussing among the two of us, maybe two of us, we would like to discuss with the worship team, that maybe communion day we might have to include Chinese song. Might have to, So we have been discussing and praying, but we haven't spoken about it because we are still looking to it. No problem,
Because
right?
they can sing Chinese, English, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Romanized also. You have Romanized also.
I think the same music also.
Yeah,
It's
Chinese.
actually a lot of songs about.
Can go Romanized.
Yeah, so that if let's say Pastor Abraham is doing it, they can do it in Mandarin, and then Pastor Dian can do it in English. Yeah. Then maybe for us also same thing. One can do it in Mandarin and one can do it in, so that you are all included. Yeah.
or simultaneous interpretation.
Simultaneous
It's ready.
interpretation is
ready.
No, I mean another thing is that worship team is also such that
Also
there
can.
are backup singers from Chinese section.
Mix up.
On the first Sunday of the month, you can combine.
Yeah, you can also in your worship put some Chinese.
Chinese songs they can sing.
The best.
The English Chinese one are that you have both. When English and Chinese the same song.
Yeah,
You can
the one
sing.
the
Last time you
Pastor Ngu Alak one.
so many songs.
Every time I pray.
There are many songs. There are many songs.
Bless the Lord also have.
You have and then they sing, then you mix and sing. A lot.
Okay. Any more question? Anybody?
I have a question for Chinese service. Is the aircon cold enough?
Yeah, very cold.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Sometimes switch off.
Oh, too cold.
So I switch off. Okay.
Everybody wear
Because
jacket.
when you have more people coming in, the
Should
space
be
will
warmer.
be crowded. Yeah, I thought it would be warmer. So it's okay, Okay, that's
But open worship is quite cold. Isn't it?
Few people.
Open worship, few people. Can you hear now? Few people. Hello. All of you leaders, open worship. Okay. Jasper, I never see you in open worship. I only saw once and you knelt down only. I took a picture. Then you never come back.
You took the picture already.
I took a picture.
You took the picture already. Very malu already.
Yeah.
No malu. He's so happy I took a picture. Actually.
He malu already. He felt too humble already.
But everybody, please come and join open worship because that is where you get connected, all right? You get all each other. You can ask Sister Jamie. Sister Jamie, good experience, right? Very good. We're just waiting.
Any questions, please?
Okay, open worship. Open worship is very simple. It's open. You can come and go. You want to come for 15 minutes, it's up to you. You want to come for half an hour, it's up to you. You want to come, at whatever time you go, there's no question asked. All right? You come, you enjoy your time with the Lord, and you can go off. Right? You want to stay through with us, it's up to you. Right? There's no obligation on this, but at least come lah. You know what I mean? Never even come now. I have freedom not to come. I know. Yeah. Okay? Right. One question?
You started with Brother Joseph, is that?
Oh, okay. Any question? No? Any question? No? Any question? Any question?
Pang Pang?
Hey, you raise your hand again. You want to be the assassin or something?
Later, to the desert, like got Pong Pong.
Who is Pong Pong?
No, there's one joke. Actually, Pong Pong.
Apa nah? You going to question or not?
Hey, he is Pang Pang. I become Kang Kang.
Even worse. Bahasa translation.
Pang Pang ah.
All right, no question. Right, let's conclude. Okay, shall we? Let's conclude. I'm going to ask Pastor Dian to pray. Pastor Dian, short prayer.
Open and close. Open and close.
He opened just now.
Oh, close. Are you close?